cleaning down our 1936 International T20 crawler and finding bad stuff.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Jet Scott here as always with Scott's Speed Shop. Well, maybe tractor shop today. Apologize about the wind if it's too bad. We're back out here on the old crawler and we're working on getting things freed up. So I believe this is for the PTO. That does move. My buddy David was over and we've been working on getting the steering clutches freed up. That one's still stuck. That pedal does move a little bit. This one we still got to spray. Of course the throttle works. That's actually moving. One thing we did get to work, a little PB blaster. This is the Magneto Advance and Retard. So you start off and when it's slow, turn it up, makes it run better. It's actually moving out here. Look at that. How long's this thing been sitting? They just don't make stuff like this no more. And then of course that's working. That's a throttle. I see my little rubber mallet, which has gone missing. Knock this cap off. It's all clean inside. That's good news. Got to knock the radiator cap off. Put that on there a little too tight. There we go. You can see in there now. And it's not in excellent shape, but it's not in awful shape. It's what you expect. And let's see here if we can stop being invalids. There we go. And you can see inside the crankcase, everything looks pretty decent in here. It's not completely junk. Bunch of old oil and stuff. I don't know how well you guys can see in there. We're inside the engine. Oh, you can't see nothing probably. This petcock works. That had water draining out of it. So that's about everything we've got working. And I figure there's no way I'm going to try and take this valve cover off without having the camera here. So let's just give it a shot. That's a good start. And dousing the entire engine, every single fastener with PB blaster, knocker loose, any penetrating fluid I can get, just because she's so dry and so covered in rust. I want to give every nut, every bolt, and every inch of thread a chance at living and not stripping or breaking off. Even though I have plans, full plans to just replace this engine altogether. We'll get this thing off. We'll check in. Alrighty, valve cover's loose. And that's about as worse as I had figured. That's pretty atrocious. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Of course, this pipe deal ripped clean off. This one came off. Yep, that broke off down almost flush with the head. That's fantastic. Let's just see if we can. Well, I guess best just start blasting. Someone needs to email PB Blaster and back. We need a sponsorship. Because we are gonna need it. Alrighty, so we used the rest of that can of PB Blaster. I found another can, oiled down everything inside the valve cover, put the valve cover back on. And you know what? I was sitting here playing, trying to figure out how this seat pan fits on here, and I figured it out. And I got me a seat. Yeah, got me a seat. But I was just sitting on here. I was just looking for inspiration. You know, because I'm not gonna lie, the best thing you can do when you're trying to get inspired is to just sit down on your 1936 T20 crawler and just play and have fun. And I'm sitting here playing out the transmission, pretending like it's running. You know, you throw it over to full advance. I'm not really sure if that's wide open or if the other way's wide open. I'm sitting here playing. I'm like, huh, I wonder if I pull this, that's for the transmission, see if it's full of oil. And it turns. That's a good start. So I pulled this cap off and I figured, well, you know what, let's go get that camera. And guess what? We'll just pretend like we need to kill this thing. We'll throw it over there. And here we go. Pew, 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 pew. And she's full of oil. That's a good sign. Put some more oil on them threads. That way she don't somehow miraculously decide to stop having oil. You know, this engine's pretty gnarly on the top end. We need to pull the head and see just how gnarly it really is. But I'm starting to think the more and more about this thing, as much as I would like to just get a donor engine, which would be the same as a Farmall F20 tractor, go buy one of those with a running engine, pull the engine out, pop it in this. Starting to think Dad and I could probably make this thing run. Would it run great? Hard to say. You know what? This thing is really showing me that things were built really well. Like they can sit, you know, for 50 years. I mean, just the fact of this transmission, I mean, just, it just shows you how well things were built back then. That it doesn't matter how much you abuse them and how long they've set, that stuff from this era will always come back to life. You know, we can love our muscle cars and our trucks and stuff like that Charge over there, but they will never hold a candle to the stuff built back in the 30s and earlier, even 40s. I mean, my buddy and I, my buddy David and I were sitting here staring at this thing, and without this pan on here, this big case is one giant casting. And you know, you just got to think about it and just be like, wow, that is just insane. And I'm, you know, I know this may not be for everybody, but this is one of the coolest things I think we've ever done. So I'm gonna sit here and keep playing, because my brick seat actually ain't too bad. This is kind of like the perfect little view right here. We just take this camera case, and that's kind of in the way, all modern and ugly. Yeah, this is gonna be so cool. What do you say about her, Dad?
I say I got home and I wasn't going to do nothing, but it looks like I'm doing something.
You're the one who wants to do stuff. I was working on making a new toolbox for this thing.
Well, how to get the water out of it anyway.
Yeah, so I didn't show them. No, I did show them. There's oil in the transmission. I mean, just marvel at this. This is one giant casting. It goes all the way forward. I was just having Dad marvel at it. Marveling. But got the drawbar loose, so we can get underneath here and drain this whatever is underneath here. It needs to go that way. Yeah, giant.
What size Allen you need?
Huge. Well, there's a giant bolt underneath here too. I bet you that's the actual drain plug. I don't know. Probably should have got a factory service manual, but also one more thing. That's all brazen. Couldn't see that because of Mother Nature. All of that, I don't know if they can see that, but that whole chunk right there.
It was pretty good brazen.
Yeah, I know, this thing's got a lot of brazen. Brazen's cool, so let's get this crap drained if we can. There you go, Dad. You can watch the poop show.
Try not to get all over the rock.
I can't promise you nothing, okay? The only thing I can promise you is someone is getting covered in crap.
Well, I'll get loose and you can put the pan in there and take the rest of it out with your fingers. You'll probably blow out a bunch of water first.
Like Jezebel's 318.
Yeah.
Just gotta get back in there. Oh, wrong way.
It looked like black grease. I mean, it looked like old crater grease. Is that the right size, Ratchet?
It is. It's a pain in the butt to get in there. This would be like a good, like if I just had like a 3/4 inch adapter.
Well, I got a little extension.
You want to grab that little extension?
Means I gotta get back. Oh God.
Oh, it's in my face.
You got any oil in it or is it all water?
It was just water.
Just leave that drain plug out. Don't lose it.
That's a cool plug.
What is that? Is that a magnet? I guess I didn't want it to fall out.
All of that,
There's nothing coming?
nothing.
Stick your finger up in there?
No. There's just a itty bitty baby hole.
What?
Yeah. It's just an itty bitty baby hole. Maybe it's plugged with something.
You want this little screwdriver again?
Pretty small hole.
Why would they have a big plug over a small hole?
It's like a inverted flare or something, what it feels like.
Oh.
Alrighty, well, it's getting dark. Camera, I don't know how much you'll see, but we got all the plugs out underneath, at least the 3 we're working on, and nothing. Just a little sprinkle of water out of that one. The other ones, they got oil kind of sitting inside, but that's about it. But I guess we're missing some plugs, so we're gonna need a factory service manual. Alrighty, so we're back on the crawler. Yeah, we're back on it. And been a few days, we've been soaking her down. That is drained down. The other day when I filled everything up, that was up to here. So don't know where that's going, but it's going somewhere. The crankcase, I put diesel fuel in it. We went down to actually our local auto parts store and they had the spark plugs for this thing, these great big old sons of guns. Got those for $2.60 a piece. Got spark plugs in there holding all the fluid in, but the engine, nah. We found a donor tractor. I hate to say it, but we got a donor. And right now, Dad is doing really good work. We're getting ready to take this gas tank off because, well, it needs a gas tank, it needs an engine, it actually needs a radiator because the bottom of the radiator casting broke off. I put fluid down in there to see if it would hold and noticed it was dripping. And I don't know where that chunk went, but there's a great big chunk of casting it's missing. So, and we need an air cleaner because the bottom of it's rotted out. So we got a good donor. And people, when they see the donor, they're gonna think, don't gut that nice tractor for this thing. But they made 15,000 of these in total. These had T20 crawlers. They made 150,000 F20 tractors, and they use a lot of the same stuff, so it's gonna be a donor. So, well, we've got a lot of things working. I don't remember if I showed you, but the advanced retard's working, all this stuff. So, we're gonna get this gas tank off, see how we can get to everything so we can take the engine free from everything else.
I gotta get a shot of this. There ain't no reason why that won't hold fuel.
Ain't no reason?
I don't see no reason why that don't hold fuel.
Oh. Actually, a pretty heavy little tank. Yeah.
There it goes, the tank. And there's the fuel line.
That is heavy.
See there, all you gotta do is weld this thing onto a
Yeah, that's fixable. Oh, look at that bolt. That's custom.
Yeah, they plugged that.
Are we? Huh. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't put your hand through it.
Yeah, your pitcock works. Fuel drain.
Look at that. That's
yeah, all the brass things seem to work. I think. Here, give me that piece. Here.
Whoa.
Here. A little JB weld. Yeah, we might be missing
a lot of JB weld.
Yeah, we're missing a couple of parts. Hopes and dreams will hold that together.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, those things are
anything.
You just lay a,
Those are paper rocks.
Yeah, those aren't
just
friendly.
lay a new piece of metal over that.
Those are what fucked me up that one day. I still got a knot on my arm.
They don't eat much. Mama's here helping. Michael's here helping. There you go, bud.
So we got fuel tank off. That's what we're left with.
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, I can't believe it, you know. So that big casting I showed you was all the way. I mean, that's all one big casting. That's impressive.
You get this cover off here.
That cover? Okay. Open her up, Dad.
You mean I went and got these for nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Ew.
And we have good news? Oh yeah, looks fine. Holy crap. How are we taking that stuff apart? Wow. There's a nest in there. Oh man. Okay, so that's not the transmission.
Where's the clutch at? Clutch right here.
Wow.
The clutch wasn't moving?
No. I think I know why now.
Once I felt that moving, I thought that was a fucking mouse.
Yeah, she's there's a nice nest in the side of there.
So did that give us any clearance at all?
Smells like a rat in there. Nice.
So you gotta take all this out.
Let that wire break on that clutch.
How does it make you feel, Michael?
Peachy,
You finally got on the machine.
peachy.
How does it feel to be sitting on such a powerful stick?
It's got more sticks than I know what to do with.
I know, you're missing one. Get your mouth on that one. Oh, damn. Now we're getting her soaked up. Throttle moves just a little bit.
Reverse.
We just don't have intermediate on the transmission.
And not much of a high either.
Yeah, I know, I think it's out of adjustment.
And
But we'll keep soaking it. We're gonna keep playing with this. Like I said, we gotta get this whole chunk gone for our donor. All right, don't bust them. Oh, thank God that didn't break. That scares me.
Jed'll have
Oh.
to tell you all about it.
Praise you, Jesus. That scares me. Okay.
That's all.
I am absolutely terrified of these bolts breaking off.
Okay. Hey, I'll send you a picture.
Oh,
Okay.
one more.
All right.
One more. Look at that. Let me get my hammer.
we got a screwdriver.
I got a hammer though. It's not a real hammer though. Pop it off there, Michael. Come on. Where's your freaking
Screwdriver right there.
Yeah. You said we got a screwdriver and you bring a bar. What kind of screwdriver is that? Big old screwdriver.
Don't break my fucking screwdriver.
Here. Beat the screwdriver in there. Did you read the factory service manual on how to remove these covers?
Yeah, just the clutch. The clutch disc is right there.
Oh, I know that. Just gonna say, maybe there's a special procedure
Probably don't let them set for 25 years.
or longer. Well, come on, Pokey.
The little plastic hammer's a little bit weak.
Well, I use the non-marring hammer when I'm breaking things free on this.
Because you don't want to scratch the paint.
Yeah, I don't want to scratch the paint, obviously. Watch that new toolbox I've been making. Let's get it all fucked up. I must say, that's sealed on there pretty good.
Probably got a shoulder, and I'm sure that shoulder's all rusted.
Yeah. Watch that thing weigh like 65 pounds and it falls right on Michael's foot.
I got steel toes
Oh, okay, you're good then. Probably heavier than we think that casting is. Anybody else notice how this thing has like a little pair of butt cheeks?
on. Need a bigger hammer.
It's coming off. I told Michael to be gentle. It gets one of the bigger hammers, a giant chisel.
That's the best exercise you can have for your back.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, probably. All right. Yeah, you're right, Dad. It's got a big old shoulder. It's a pretty good chunk of iron, just right there.
I think that needs to be shined up because that clutch disc comes right up against that like a clutch plate.
Yeah, I don't think that's in very good shape.
Yeah. I think that's where you're turning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not in the greatest shape. That one's in better shape.
Well, the water was coming out of those.
That one's in much better shape. So I wonder if you could. That looks kind of like a disc brake right there, rotor. This one's in a lot better shape. This one's pretty trashed. I wonder if we can save that. Gonna have to.
Yeah.
They're just a clutch disc and they press against that deal you just took off.
I don't know how you get it out of there.
All right, so Michael and Dad got them clutch discs off, and this is all in pretty bad shape. I like Dad's optimism though. Dad's got a lot more optimism than I do. Neutral. But everything turns back here. You gotta put it in neutral. Dad had some kind of crackpot theory that I was moving the entire machine. But we can't move the machine because the engine's locked up. Dad was like, I bet you if I put the big old pipe wrench on there, I'll move the machine. It won't move the machine because you're trying to.
No green light. Not yet.
Yeah, I had to throw you under the bus on that one.
Good in there.
But these old clutch discs are in pretty bad shape. Pretty horrendous shape, to say the least. Oh, I don't know where you get those. And that cover right there, that's pretty bad. That one's better. But, and this one's in a lot better shape, this disc. But, yeah, the rivets are pretty close to her. So they're both pretty worn out. They're probably original. But we're gonna keep moving along. I ain't giving up on her yet. Oh, Dad's got the heat out. Maybe we should move that diesel fuel jug. No? Yeah. It'll be fine.
Will the diesel fuel jug be fine? Will we blow ourselves up finally? Will this crawler ever move again? Tune in sometime to find out.